one of the best questions I've seen anybody ask the Democrats in recent memory. She said, who's the current leader of the Democratic Party? And do you know what Walt said? The American voting public. And she made a face. And I said, whoa. And then I stopped and thought about it. I want to ask you guys this right now and everybody listening. Who is the leader of the Democratic Party?
I think you asked that question like 1 or 2 times ago when I was here, and I had no idea. I think Hakeem Jeffries seems like the most reasonable. Like, we were talking about how before...
Hold on. I'm sorry. I got to pause you. Not who is projected to be.
Yeah.
Literally right now. Like, we know the head of the Republican Party is Donald Trump.
Well, even before Trump did his address to Congress, right? And Hakeem Jeffries asked everyone, he's like, please don't bring props. Please don't bring props and make a fool out of yourself on national television. And then they all went and did that. It's like he was the only person who had a sane thought in the matter.
But so the question, I believe the answer is there isn't one.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
I disagree.
You think there's a leader?
Oh, really?
Who did Henry Kissinger say is the perfect person to usher in the New World Order?
Don't know who.
Barack Obama.
You still
I think that's what I said. Honestly, that's what I said last
Barack
time.
Obama running the show.
Now, and I'm going to disagree.
Okay.
When Obama was president, it was not abject chaos. Things weren't falling apart. ActBlue wasn't crumbling. There was no mixed messaging. The Democrats obstructing the State of the Union, not State of the Union, was a gift to Republicans. So unless Obama's plan is, I'm going to make the Republicans more powerful, then he's not a leader of the Democrats. And if he actually is running the show, he's the poorest leader we've ever seen, which flies in the face of when he was actually president.
Isn't it weird how we oh, go ahead.
You can argue he was...
My theory is that they bombed the last election on purpose because I don't believe in two parties. I know it's a uniparty. You can't pull the wool over my eyes. But my theory is that they're actually burning down the Democratic Party to make the right-wing party stronger, to bring about a different type of fascism.
Maybe.
And these sweeping changes that you're starting to see in the technocracy, et cetera, et cetera.
Let's read this tweet from Charlie Kirk. He says, the New York Times reports that ActBlue is in turmoil. Mysteriously, 7 top executives have all left in the past 3 weeks, several of whom had all been there more than a decade. None of them will explain on the record why they left. The last remaining lawyer at ActBlue's general counsel's office has been locked out of his email and put on leave after sending internal messages that, quote, we have whistleblower policies for a reason. 2 unions representing ActBlue employees are openly questioning the group's stability and call the situation alarming. They're demanding the hiring of an independent investigator. More than $16 billion has passed through ActBlue in the past 20 years. What could they possibly be hiding? Well, we've got a couple stories to give examples. We have this. From October of 2024, Treasury finds hundreds of transactions linked to fundraising platform ActBlue flagged by banks, GOP memo. Interesting, but I don't know what that... So, then we have this from the Daily Signal. Where does the money come from? Elderly Democrats say donations made in their name aren't genuine from January 8th, 2025. Now, this story actually goes back quite a bit. When James O'Keefe exposed numerous instances where individuals were making some, 5 to 10 donations per day of $20 to $25 to the tune of hundreds of thousands for the year that made no sense. The Daily Signal says 18 registered Democrats in Connecticut, all over the age of 70, appear to have donated $1.9 million to Democratic causes, including ActBlue, through hundreds of thousands of small donations from 2016 to 24, according to a review of the FEC filings by Dominic Rapini, a cybersecurity company CEO and former Connecticut Republican candidate for office. Curious about the donation patterns, Rapini tracked down some of the Connecticut residents and asked them if they really did make thousands of small donations, sometimes multiple in a day through ActBlue. Several of the supposed donors told Rapini they did not make any of the reported donations, nor did they know anything about how their names were being used. An 88-year-old retired Yale University professor, for example, supposedly made 7,539 donations for a total of $213,163, according to FEC records. After Rapini informed him about the significant donations in his name, he signed an affidavit saying, quote, I believe this does not reflect my donation frequency or dollars I have donated. Now, I'll just say this. This story goes on. James O'Keefe uncovered something very similar, if not the exact same, but just in different places. Kash Patel and Pam Bondi, this should be their target right now. If you've got a man signing a sworn affidavit, I did not make these donations, then you've got money laundering going on, and that's a fact.
Is there not a way for them federally to look into the bank accounts tied to who made the donation? Because obviously the name is attached, but if the name attached doesn't correspond with the bank account, is there a way to check into that?
I think maybe this is why well, the theory is, and this is all just opinion, I have no idea, ActBlue is crumbling because with a new DOJ in town, namely a Kash Patel, the people at ActBlue are running as fast as they can. But you don't think so? You think it's one big machine?
Well, I think some of the stuff you said is absolutely spot on.
Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.